guys, time for a what I've been melting. This is my last video with a separate section for VCS. There are lots of other empties today, just purely because I've been melting through other things. I'm just going to get on into it, and I've got little stories about each thing, so I'll just go through it with you. First thing I've got here is my large cotton marbles. I use these every time for my melter. I use the Morrison's ones only, and they are the baby soft because they soak up more. It is an expensive way to empty out your melter compared to the freezer method, but I like it, so it works. Next thing I have is a candle. This was actually at my boyfriend's house and he finished it. This is a vanilla candle. We actually got this on holiday. He used it more than I did, so I left it there. It does have some singeing in it because he does not know to cut down his candles, but hey, it's another one out of my collection, so he can keep using them if he wants to. Next one I've got, I can find the pots in here, is Candy Panda Insomnia. Now I know it says pink sugar, but I did have half a shot of pink sugar in this and half a shot of lavender, which is her Insomnia. I love these two mixed together. It smells amazing. Very close to Super Tarts Go to Sleep. Definitely one that I really love, and I'm going to be melting more of it because obviously I've got another half shot of both of these two. I haven't ordered from Candy Panda myself, just from D-Stashes, so I will be getting that one near in the future, hopefully. Next one is not an empty, and this is another first for me. This is Kitty's Confections in orange grape soda and sweet tea. This one, on cold, you can smell both the elements. Definitely the sweet tea, and the grape soda is just a punch in the face. On warm, it is mostly the orange grape soda. My sister came into my room when I had this melting, and she said it smelled like a grape Jolly Rancher, which it really does. The initial throw on this one is not so great. I mean, initial throw, it takes a while. And then once it's fully melted, it pours through your room. It's an amazing scent. I know there are some people that don't like Kitty's Confections, and I know she's closed for now, but that's an amazing scent. If I can get that from D-Stashes, I will. Next one is one that I was very iffy about, and this is Super Tarts Nebula. Now I have no idea on the scent notes in this one, but I can remember when it fully melted, it smelled like a fresh laundry lavender, and it was very strange. This was part of a bamba. Yeah, it smells almost like marshmallow lavender on cold at the moment. I'm glad I tried it. I love trying Super Tarts lavender scents, but it's not one for me, I'm afraid. And thank you to my friend for sending that to me. As with the next one that she also sent me, let me find it. And this is Southbound Vanilla Rose Champagne. For our wax challenge on one of the groups, we did have to melt a champagne scent. On cold, you can smell all of these, but the rose isn't very strong. It's more of a bubbly, fizzy vanilla. But on warm, the rose kicked me in the face, knocked me out of my room. It's not one I like. The vanilla and the champagne together, it's an amazing fizzy scent, but pop that rose in it and it's just not for me, I'm afraid. I want to try more Southbound through this next year, Southbound and Wonderberry, so you'll be seeing them pop up a little bit more when I can actually buy more. Next one is one that I'm really sad that has gone. This is Tiffany Candles, Rosemary Mint and Spa Delight. This is one of my favourite scents from Tiffany Candles, and I wouldn't even imagine that it would be. The Rosemary Mint is very strong, and the Spa Delight gives it almost an ocean note. It's one of my favourite scents. I'm so upset to see this gone. I melted this twice this last week. Once with two together, two Rosemary Mint Spa Delight little hearts together, and today with one, and I have just finished that one. It lasted a good 3.5 hours before it died one on its own, so you can melt them on their own. It does work, so that's one that I'm going to try and make again in her customs. Next one is one I really do not like. This is from Blank Label, and this is Mermaid Lagoon Under a Magic Moon. This is soft watery florals that mingle with sea salt, ocean mist, sea moss and geranium flower. This is very manly to me. It's not one that I love. I love the ocean note in it, but as soon as that geranium flower hits those ocean notes, it becomes very manly, very cologne-y, and not something I like. I tend to melt this one when I'm not in the room, so it just gets used without me being there. I do have another chunk of this ready for my wax challenge by the end of the month, so it will be melted again, but the package has gone, which is why I put in this empties. Next one is one I'm very sad to see go. This is Pretty Little Wax Lavender Martini. Now this one I can tell you straight up, you get 3 straight scents: lavender, lime and fizz. And it's amazing. Pretty Little Wax is a UK company which I actually haven't had the chance to try much of. I have a loaf and then this scent shot, and this one blew me out of my room. I can't get the pot off. Blew me out of my room. I love the scent. It's so fizzy as well, like you can smell the fizz in the air. I'm going to purchase more from Pretty Little Wax if I can, even if it's a few items just to try more things out. Same with the next one, it's one I haven't really tried. This is Rockets, and this was their Little Snowflake in Rocket Fresh. This is a downy sort of laundry type. I put this on in the evening just to have relaxing before I go to bed. Turned it off about 9 o'clock and opened the windows, and I could still smell it after the windows had been open. It was an amazing scent, and I love laundry to go to bed with, so I'll be searching more Rockets soon, I can imagine. Next one is not an empty, and this one is Wonderberry, and this is Pink Bedtime Bath. Pink Bedtime Bath is mandarin, lavender, chamomile, neroli, lily of the valley and pink sugar. I can tell you straight off, you get 3 scent notes from this one while it's melting: mandarin, chamomile and pink sugar, and those 3 together are amazing without the other bits mixed in. I melted 2 of these, and the initial throw together was not amazing. It didn't really have a scent until all the wax had fully melted, and then it was an amazing relaxing scent that I had on in the morning. Wonderberry is another company I plan to buy a few more things from. I have a few things myself now anyway to get through, just to see if I love the company as much as I currently have been. Next one is a black label that you all know I love. This is Black Label The White Rabbit, which is MAC Apple Shaving Cream. This is an amazing scent if you have a migraine. I did that day, which is why I put on a whole flower of this, and it cured my headache or migraine. It's such an amazing scent. I have 2 4-pack bags of these now. I used to cut the shapes in half, and now I just use a whole shape. The MAC Apple and Shaving Cream are 50-50. There's no scent stronger than the other, which is why I love these 2 together. As I said earlier, Black Label, there are some things that I love from her, there are other things that I hate, and that's one of the loves, and I'll always try to get if I can. Let's move you back a bit. Next one is another one that's not finished, but it was one that I love to try. This is House of Usher, and this is Mad Hatter's Tea Party. This is the lavender blend from the House of Usher set that was all to do with Alice in Wonderland. And I can tell you this now, the lavender in this is so herbal, it is knock your socks off, kick you out the room. It was a very strong throw, even when it only just started melting. I put this on last night when my boyfriend was here, and he has a stuffy nose at the moment, he's really rather ill, and he could smell this straight away. It's an amazing scent, and I did go to bed really quickly. I fell asleep really early with this on. I'm very impressed with that, and House of Usher have really impressed me with the scent shots that I've tried. And they're a company that I do want to try more of. As you can tell, I've been trying things out this last week. The next one is one, it's an empty that I have no idea who it's made by, but I can tell you that it's a clean cotton scent. I really wish I did know the vendor. This is so lovely. I put this on this morning as my inspired by Elvis, so it was a bright blue scent, so obviously blue suede shoes. This was an amazing scent. It was so strong, it literally cleared out my room of the lavender scent that was on last night. Made this smell so nice. It made me excited to get on with my plans for today, my sewing. It's been one of my favourite scents is clean cotton actually, so I really did enjoy this, and it had a very, very strong smell. So I wish I knew who the vendor was for that one. And the last one is the one that I have on currently. This is Super Tarts Vampire Diaries. I had 3 half band pieces and I've just used up this one here. It is currently still melting, but this is all the berries and sweet cake pops, I think. Currently, I can smell a little bit of a bakery, but as I always say with Vampire Diaries, it is mostly berry, and it's a lovely scent. I'm so glad I got 3 clams of this and another bamboo piece here. One of my favourites. I love this one. And then the rest of them are all VCS. So I'll put my empties bag away. The first one I do not have a package to show you, as I did give it to a friend. This first one is Holly Go Lightly, which I don't even have the scent notes for. I can't even remember them, sorry. Holly Go Lightly, I only used a quarter of a rose and it gave me a headache straight away. It was very headache inducing, very sweet. Not something I expected from the initial scent that I got just on cold. So I was very upset with that one actually. The next one I have got here is Arsenic and Old Lace. This is what I replaced Holly Go Lightly with. Some amazing colours. And Arsenic and Old Lace is Fruit Loops Strawberry Cotton Candy, and I can tell you now, I think I have found my new 15 minutes of fame. This is an amazing scent. I love Kirby's Fruit Loops anyway. It's such a lemony cereal scent, which I'm not used to here in the UK. We don't have Fruit Loops really, but with the strawberry and the cotton candy, this is an amazing scent, and I'm going to be so upset when all this goes because I'm going to need more. Always going to need more of that. The next one is Fairy Godmother, which I don't have anything to show you as I have already used that in my VCS Meltdown. That was very fruity if I remember rightly. It was Satsuma, pomegranate, things like that. One of my favourite scents. I'm very upset to see that one go, and I'm going to have to try and get more of it this year. But that's one of my favourites. The next one I tried is one that I've only just recently got, but I know it's already cured, and that is Central Park Snow Globe. This one is a cult favourite in the VCS group, and this is Peppermint Cream Noel. You can see why. This really does smell like peppermint cream candies. It is amazing. This cleared out my nose when I had a really stuffy nose. I couldn't smell the Noel in it, I'll be honest. I couldn't smell the vanilla bean at all. But the peppermint cream in this is amazing, and I'm so glad I got at least half a loaf in this one. And the last one I got here, you guys are going to be sick of seeing because I always melt it. And this was actually chosen by my boyfriend last night. And this is Moonstone, which is eucalyptus, spearmint and peppermint. I'm not going to go into this too much, as you know I love this scent. But it cleared his nose out, and I think he's going to be very grateful. I do need to buy some more bakery bags because these keep popping open because I use them so much. So yeah, that was everything in my empty/review this week. Stay tuned for another one next week. Hopefully it'll be the same amount of stuff, and I'll see you then. Thanks guys, bye.